Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and tonight we're on the red carpet at PaleyFest, New York for the Dr. Horrible reunion. We'll be bringing you interviews with Neil Patrick Harris, Nathan Fillion, Felicia and Joss Whedon, so get ready for a great night behind the velvet rope. Neil Patrick Harris, for all the great things you have done, Dr. Horrible was one of the coolest, and it was pioneering, man. Talk to me about being here, seeing the cast, and kind of seeing everyone again. It's gotta be so cool.
It's super exciting. I mean, it was such a strange, little, interesting, intimate project that happened through circumstance. And to have something like that only took a few days to make on very limited budget with a lot of passion, to see that it has legs and that it lives beyond it, especially in Comic-Con land, Very exciting.
When you look at, obviously we have Netflix, we have Amazon, all the streaming services taken over. This was one of the first real pioneering projects that we got to see the web kind of bring to us.
Yeah.
Did you guys know at that time, hey, we're kind of ahead of our time with this thing?
Well, I think Joss Whedon's ahead of his time in most everything that he does, so it's fun to ride his coattails a bit because he seems to have the pulse on things that are two steps ahead of him and the world. So I loved it. I mean, you can't say that we knew while we were doing it that it was going to be a thing, right? You do it and you are proud of it, but you have no idea if it's going to flop or if it's going to succeed. And I was just super excited to be involved. I loved listening to the original recordings. I love listening and lip-syncing my own recordings. I still listen to it. It's a good piece of work.
You've had a busy weekend, man. You're here for Dr. Horrible's reunion, which is really cool.
Yes.
You were at Comic-Con, Firefly Con,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
First, I want to talk about Dr. Horrible's because this was a pioneering thing when it first came out. Now we have Amazon and Netflix and all that great stuff, but this was one of a kind back in the day.
It certainly had a lot of notoriety. We weren't the first people to produce something on our own, minus the producers, and put it on the internet, that's for sure. Our own Felicia was doing it with the Guild, and Joss would turn to Felicia and say, "That's what should we do next?" You know, that kind of thing, because Felicia's got the social media down. She knows what she's doing.
When you look back, it was incredible because you've done so many series, but this was so different. You had the musical component. There were so many different things happening at the same time. Did you guys know that, hey, this is kind of unique here?
We certainly knew it was unique. We certainly knew it was going to be a good time. We were certainly having a lot of fun. It was as close as I think I've ever come to a bunch of friends getting together saying, I got an old box full of costumes and we can use my dad's barn for a stage. It was too easy to be considered work, I have to say. It was too easy.
You've done so many great things on the internet, but this was one of a kind, this Dr. Horrible. Talk to me about seeing everybody again.
I mean, I'm lucky to have seen them many, many times since we filmed because it was such a family feeling on set. So, but it is nice to be able to celebrate something that was really pioneering. I don't know if there's anything even now that has equaled it in kind of being an internet phenomenon and setting the bar so high.
It was so unique, wasn't it? Did you guys know back then?
I mean, you can feel some kind of magic when you make something you know is going to be well received, hopefully. And when I was on set, I just knew that something special was happening because we were all just so full of joy.
And talk to me about seeing everybody today.
Oh, I'm so tired of these people. We just told everyone to forget about this. We could just go our separate ways, but it just clung to us like a barnacle. It's just a nightmare. No, I never get to see all of them at once, and I hardly get to see them at all. It's a huge thing, and the fact that it's still alive in anybody's mind right now, when at the time it was so of the moment. It was all about the strike, and it was all about doing something whimsical, quickly, and yet here it is. That's the best feeling.
It's incredible because now you see Netflix, you see Amazon Prime, and the streaming services have taken over. This was kind of the first of its kind.
Yeah, I kept looking for people to partner with and to do this, sort of in a more traditional fashion, and it just didn't exist. So obviously there have been things like the Guild that predated us that were inspirations for what we did, but at the same time, nobody made a musical yet.